Have you ever thought about why some younger women can't help but be drawn to older men? Most people think it's about money or status, but what if I told you that's not true? Society loves to call these kinds of relationships gold digging or midlife crises. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. Younger women want something deeper than financial security. They want a rare combination of confidence, wisdom, emotional security, and stability that older men naturally have. Younger men, no matter how attractive or active, often lack these qualities, making older men even more desirable in their eyes. Once you understand these 8 reasons, you'll never look at age gap relationships the same way again. In fact, you might start to see this dynamic playing out everywhere in Hollywood, among celebrities, and even in your own social circles. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a better idea of what really makes these relationships work. You might even change the way you think about love, attraction, and age in general. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to never miss out on our latest content. Thank you for your help. Give this video a thumbs up if you think it's helpful. This will help us get the word out. Leave a comment below if you can relate, or a 1 if you agree and a 0 if you don't. Your feedback helps me make even better content for you. Confidence isn't just attractive, it's irresistible, and older men don't have to fake it. They own it. Years of personal growth and overcoming life's challenges have made them men who carry themselves with authority and ease. This isn't the loud, showy confidence of a young man trying too hard. It's the quiet, unshakable presence of a man who knows exactly who he is and doesn't need to seek approval. Young guys often have self-doubt because they are still figuring out their careers, personalities, and places in the world. Even though they may seem sure of themselves, many of them aren't. This article talks about why older men's genuine confidence is so beautiful. If a man is uncertain about his status, money, or attention, women can tell, and nothing is less attractive than a man who constantly doubts himself or wants to be reassured. But an older man doesn't need to prove anything. He's already built a career, developed his interests, and lived enough life experiences to know what's important. He walks into a room with purpose, speaks with certainty, and leads with quiet confidence, not arrogance, an energy that demands respect without saying a word for a younger woman. Being sure of yourself is very attractive to her. She feels safe and secure with a man like that because he doesn't need approval, because he knows what he's worth. In a world full of doubt, a man who is sure of himself is rare and valuable. Women aren't attracted to men based on how they look. They're attracted to men based on how they make them feel emotionally safe and connected. And younger men are still figuring out how to handle their emotions, so they can be impulsive and angry, or they may have trouble expressing how they feel. This can make women feel frustrated and ignored, or they may be constantly trying to figure out what their partner is trying to say. Older guys, on the other hand, have been in relationships, had heartbreaks, and learned about themselves. They know how to talk to women, what to say, and how to listen to a woman's feelings without ignoring or downplaying them. They know that being a good partner isn't just about having fun with each other, is about being able to go through tough times, have hard talks with each other, and help each other in real ways. When things get serious, an older man won't dump her. He doesn't use manipulation or childish mind games to keep her attention. Instead, he offers stability and reassurance. He's the type of man who can sit down with a woman and talk things out, making her feel heard and respected. When a guy is both strong and emotionally available, it makes a woman feel safe and understood. This makes the relationship last longer than just a short-term attraction. Emotional maturity. How older guys can really make you feel safe and connected emotionally. He is no longer a woman's choice, and let's face it, Steadiness is hot. A man who knows what he's doing and can give you a sense of direction and trust is very attractive. For thrills and to live in the moment, younger guys often don't think about what will happen in the long run. Even though being excited can be fun, it doesn't always lead to a strong relationship. A woman doesn't want to feel like her emotions are going up and down all the time. She wants to feel stable, safe, and at peace with her partner. Older men give you peace of mind because they don't make hasty choices or jump from one job to the next. They've built their careers. They learned how to handle their money and how important it is to be consistent in a relationship. A woman knows she can count on him not only for money, but also for emotional support and unwavering commitment. This level of predictability isn't dull, it's comforting. A woman can focus on growing the relationship instead of worrying about where she stands. She doesn't have to deal with constant ups and downs. She feels like she's making something real that will last in a world that often seems crazy. She doesn't miss calls or disappearing acts with an older man. Finding a guy who gives her stability is like finding an anchor in the storm. It's not just about being safe, it's about knowing she can trust him, depend on him, and build a future with him. Older guys are great at making women feel like they're the only ones in the room because they notice the little things. Stability, the surprisingly hotness of being dependable and consistent. They notice things like her favorite coffee order, how she talks about her interests, and how her eyes light up when she's excited. They don't take her for granted and make her feel seen, appreciated, and deeply loved, unlike younger men who are more likely to get caught up in their own egos. Older men know that making a woman feel special isn't just about big actions, but also about being consistent. They keep their promises, remember small but meaningful things, and show appreciation in ways that make a woman feel loved every day. When a woman feels loved, she lets down her guard and opens up emotionally, which leads to a deeper connection. An older man knows this and takes care of the relationship by doing thoughtful things like offering praise that feel real and not forced, listening, and making her feel like she's the most important person in his life. This amount of focus is worth a lot of money. You don't have to go over the top. Just be there for her and treat her like she's important. Let's be honest, experience does matter. Older guys have a special way of making women feel really special. They pay attention and care. When it comes to relationships, older men know that attraction isn't just sexual, it's also emotional, mental, and deeply linked to how a woman feels. They take their time, they pay attention, and they know how to make an experience that isn't just satisfying, but transformative. When it comes to closeness, younger men tend to focus on the physical side, but older men have learned that the best way to connect with a woman is to understand her feelings, wants, and comfort levels. They are patient, attentive, and more in tune with what makes their partner happy, not just in the bedroom, but also in the way they talk, touch, and connect on a deeper level. They know that small acts of kindness matter. Experience and knowledge. How older guys make connections that are deeper and more satisfying than just physical attraction. Taking her hand out of the blue, making eye contact that calms her down, or just making her feel wanted in more ways than one. For women, this kind of emotional pre-play leads to a level of closeness that younger guys often miss. This means that she feels truly seen, appreciated, and satisfied. She isn't just another conquest, she's someone he truly loves, and that level of passionate, meaningful connection stays with her. This is what makes an older man a great partner. Younger guys often have trouble being consistent. One day they're flirting and making big promises, and the next they're distant, unsure, and suddenly questioning everything. This kind of emotional instability makes women feel confused and frustrated because they never know where they stand in the relationship. But older men don't play games. When they say they're committed, they mean it, and when they make a promise, they keep it. This kind of dependability isn't just attractive, it's priceless. Women care about emotional safety just as much as they care about money. They don't want to waste time with a guy who can't make up his mind. Older guys already know how to deal with their feelings after coming of age. Talk to each other honestly and be present in a relationship. There shouldn't be any disappearing acts or childish drama, just confidence, dependability, and emotional strength. An older guy knows that a real relationship isn't about short-lived passion, but about building something strong and long-lasting. A woman doesn't have to wonder if he's really interested in her. Trust and dependability are very important to younger women when it comes to emotional security. She doesn't have to figure out what he's trying to say because she already knows where she stands. In a world full of unknowns, that kind of certainty is very rare and very comfortable. Finding a guy who makes you feel safe is like finding a safe harbor in a storm. It lets a woman trust him and give the relationship her all because she knows he's doing the same. A lot of the time, younger guys are still trying new things and figuring out who they are. They might like the idea of a relationship, but when things get serious, they're not sure what they want. Their priorities may change quickly. Intentional commitment. The appeal of being sure of what you want. An older man, on the other hand, has already been through that stage. He's lived, loved, made mistakes and learned from them. He's past the stage of seeing where things go or playing the field. When he chooses a woman, he does it on purpose, not by accident. He knows what he wants and isn't afraid to commit to it for a younger woman looking for something real. This is great because she doesn't have to think about whether he's serious or if he'll run away when things get serious. She knows she can trust him if he's with her, because he really sees a future for himself. Older guys know that love is more than just physical attraction. It's about making something important happen. They know how important it is to be loyal to a partner and have a deep emotional connection. For a woman ready for a serious relationship, this level of growth gives her a sense of safety that younger men often find hard to give. Being with an older man finally lets her be herself and enjoy love without worrying about what might happen. Having traveled, experienced highs and lows, and most importantly, learned from their mistakes, older men have stories, wisdom, and insights that younger men simply don't have. This gives them a unique ability to offer guidance, perspective, and emotional intelligence that younger men often haven't developed yet. When a younger woman is with an older man, she's not just dating, she's growing, evolving, and learning new ways to see the world. Older men don't just bring romance, they bring depth, maturity, and intellectual wisdom and intellectual stimulation. How the life experiences of older guys make relationships much better. When you talk to them for stimulation, you can talk about more than just the obvious things. They can share their thoughts on relationships, job choices, and even personal growth. For many younger women, this kind of mental link makes them want to be with someone more than just their looks or chemistry. It's about feeling understood on a deeper level. Being with an older man means having a partner who helps her grow instead of just being attractive on the surface. He brings stability and excitement, the kind that doesn't go away overnight, but broadens her mind and horizons. That's something that no amount of youthful energy can replace. So why do younger women like older men? It's not about money or fame, it's about personal safety and connection. In a world where relationships are often unstable and short-lived, older men offer something that younger men often can't. A relationship based on stability, wisdom, and genuine connection. They bring emotional maturity, deep understanding, and the kind of unwavering confidence that makes a woman feel truly secure. An older man represents something real and lasting. If you're an older man wondering why younger women are drawn to you, embrace it. Your value isn't in your age, but in your wisdom, experience, and emotional depth. These qualities are rare and deeply attractive, and they set you apart in ways that younger men can't match. If you're a younger woman who finds yourself attracted to an older man, don't let society's opinions affect your choices. People may judge, but they don't understand the depth of connection you feel. Love isn't about meeting expectations. It's about finding someone who truly gets you. Because in the end, love isn't measured in years. It's measured in connection. It's about finding someone who makes you feel safe, valued, and deeply understood. And if you found that, you've already won. Let's hear from you. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps spread the message and lets more people find out the truth about attraction. Age gap connections aren't just about numbers, they're about real connection. What was the most interesting thing you learned today? Please leave a comment below. I read all of them. If you're still watching, write with confidence so I know you made it to the end. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep insights into relationships, attraction, and human psychology. I'll see you in the next one. In the